Is there anything you've seen? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no,
that you can make it make sense
for you. Oh, I can make it make sense for you.
Fair enough.
We've played 10 games.
Please do.
We've played 10 games, right? We have rushed poorly in 9 of them. The outlier is a Florida team that has, for all intents and purposes, done something very similar to what I think the team did last year and just quit. Where they're not, Kirk Herbstreit actually said it great on game day, where, you've kind of hit this inflection point. I don't know what happened in that locker room, but, those guys are not playing as a team anymore, or at least it doesn't look like it on paper. So, I think if you take that outlier into context, I think that being the outlier, we've run the ball the exact same way with the same looks, with the same people in there as we have the other 9 weeks of the season. So I think that was more expected than what happened against Florida. Like, I don't think there was a secret sauce that we put into place against Florida. I just think the will to get that done from their defense was not there, and that's why we had success.
So
Sanford put up almost 60 on them. So
right. Is there any way to replicate that offensive success on the ground in the last 2 weeks? Like, should we be preaching physicality just in the building for the next 2 weeks? I mean, which I'm sure they already do, but I mean, outside of, again, you are who you are. The Gamecocks are who we thought they are, or thought they were, but I got to believe you're better than 57 yards on the ground against really anybody,
Well, I mean, I think if you look at somebody like Zaquandre White, who had a heck of a game.
Who I think we should start talking about, is he the best running back on the roster right now? I don't care. I don't care what Kevin Harris did last year. I don't care how many stars Marshawn Lloyd had or Juju McDowell. Again, you played with him. I'm very hesitant to compare him to this guy because he's an all-time legend. That is Corey Boyd. Like, the way Quan White runs the ball with a nastiness and a bad attitude, that's how he plays. And I mean, he sets the tone when he takes the rock. So, I mean, I'm all for it, man. I think the guy needs to get some more looks.
Totally agree. And I think what you saw Saturday kind of supports the conclusion that the running back by committee needs to be over for the next 2 weeks. I think you go with Zaquandre White in there, and then you rotate the other two in when he gets tired or needs a break or something of that nature. And I think having that consistency at that position, I think, will help the offensive line on at least on some level. And then I think, for the O-line, I think it's just, it's surely they're preaching toughness in there, and
you would certainly hope so. You would certainly hope so.
One would imagine. But I think it's really just, if you can stay with the consistency there, I think he gives you a lot more options in passing out of the backfield too. And so I would go that direction with it. I think that's
had a receiving touchdown as well. Had a receiving touchdown, 2 catches for 42 yards. So certainly can catch out of the backfield, can tote the rock. We all know.